out for sport. We off the court. They hating, that's of course. Them bum poor. Sponsoring no. Got money, we want more. I find a loophole. Been since a youngster. Fully, we can't let no punk us. About no, I treat a model like a free. I know thugs, I know. I was raised to get some money, flip that like 10 ways. In the, my money hungry, stack that for 90 days. In the room, they like they getting paid. Rolls Royces in the trenches, parked in front of Section 8. Yeah, park Ferraris in the ghetto. 21. Real used to re-up with them. Miss them with that. About my dollar like on Creflo. Say you then when I, why you careful? Block, that's easy. 21. Y'all be eating noodles, we sit down and eat sashimi. Fast. You say you a gangster, just be like that when you see me. You can't ask the odds, we know forgiving. Free. I find a loophole. Been since a youngster. Fully, we can't let no punk us. About no, I treat a model like a free. I know thugs, I know. I was raised to get some money, flip that like 10 ways. In the, my money hungry, stack that for 90 days. In the room, they like they getting paid. Rolls Royces in the trenches, parked in front of Section 8.
DJ, bomb them, never stop.
I'm on the go. I know, you know. God know.
I'm on the go, but bad man I try to stop me though. I know, I'm on the go.
Chris, do you find it interesting that Ryan has Kawhi Leonard, but he's made Derek Favors the go-to guy?
Yeah, it's a choice.
Ooh, that's not a foul.
You know, I find it interesting that it's a one-point game and my game plan is working.
Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Chirp, chirp, chirp. Get that out of here.
Oh, okay.
To the middle. Here's
Ginobili! Come on!
I didn't take that. That was a auto timeout.
Look at Ginobili at the ripe age of 39 years old. You think he doesn't want another championship? Ball movement is impressive.
Welcome and thanks for joining 2K Sports for a Friday night full of NBA action. We'll watch the Boston Celtics in this one as they go up against the Brooklyn Nets. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. Davis out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Trendon Watford. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Boston, Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. Al Horford out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Cornette in at the 5, roaming the paint. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Now here's Holiday. Really played well against Golden State in his last game. White on the wing, pass to Brown. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Schroeder against Holiday. Here's Davis. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by White. It's Brown on the wing, defended by Bogdanovic.
Bustling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
And so it's Schroeder with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. Outside for Davis. Shoots over White. Davis misses. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Yes, it's good.
I love the decision-making. You want
want the ball in Holiday's hands.
And you look at Derek White, Richard, the energy he plays with, it is remarkable.
That's his greatest attribute, his activity on both ends of the floor. Having a high motor is a skill. He keeps coming and tries to wear you down.
6 to shoot. Gets the 3 to fall.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Outside White. Fires from deep. They get it again. Claxton with the block. Davis against White. Pass to Claxton. Back to Davis. Right side, Schroeder. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Some sick ball skills displayed right there. And he's not the guy you expect to pull that off.
Knocks it loose. White, the pass to Holiday. Back to White. White missing again. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Outside Schroeder. Pass to Watford. Bogdanovich on the wing. And here's Claxton. And that one's good.
Man, how about the selflessness from Bogdanovich? I mean, all for getting it to an open teammate.
White with it.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes. Brooklyn foul. Trendon Watford. First personal foul. First team foul.
Boston shooting their first free throws of the night.
Derek White at the line for 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from White. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Thanks. Well, the Celtics won their 18th championship in 2024, the most of any franchise in the NBA, and with multiple extensions this summer, securing their core moving forward, Boston has made huge financial commitments to compete for championships every single year.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. Now here's Sharp. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Thomas misses. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Pritchard. Simmons defending. Got a piece of it. They get it back. Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Thomas. And he lays it up and in.
Thomas muscling it home. Cam finds a way on that offensive end.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Cato, pass to Pritchard. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Outside, Finney-Smith. White against Thomas. Counted.
Looking confident, even with the defense on him. I like it when Thomas is aggressive around the rim.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Peterson. We've got 33 seconds left in the first. That one no good. Simmons, the pass to Finney-Smith. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Celtics trail by 3. Here's Pritchard. Pass to White. The shot. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Nets out in front, up 3. And we'll return shortly.
11.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And looking at what we've seen from the Nets, what do you think, guys?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
On the floor for Brooklyn, Schroeder and Thomas make up the backcourt. Bojan Bogdanovic out there with Trendon Watford. And it's Claxton in at the 5. Here's Springer, following the bucket by Brooklyn. Outside White. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense from Claxton. And so it's Schroeder with it. He brings it up for the Nets. 5-point lead, biggest of the game.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Chalk up 2 there. Thomas has got 6.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And you watch Cam Thomas. Talk about a scorer's mindset, RJ.
Yeah, he's a tough matchup. He's proficient and efficient from all 3 levels. He is as confident as they come.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
The Celtics making a switch here. Holiday is checked in. Now here's Watford to the middle. Here's Claxton, and it's Cornette with a rebound. It's Brown on the wing. Brown downhill. He's off on the layup. Brooklyn leading by 7. Thomas passes to Bogdanovic. Out to the right wing. And here's Schroeder outside. Gets the 3 ball to go. Schroeder's got his 2nd basket of the night.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Outside, Brown. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
Love the response by Brown, marching right back down and dropping in his own 3.
Out left to the wing. Back to Schroeder. Pass to Thomas. Right side Schroeder. Over Holiday. Money from the wing. Schroeder's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you what, their execution just continues to impress.
Here's Holiday. Claxton with a rebound. The Nets have gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Bogdanovic down low, defended by Brown. Bogdanovic passes to Claxton from 7 feet. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
Free throw no good for Claxton. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches. But the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Now here's Davis, coming off a solid outing against Memphis. Shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Peterson, he's checked in for Boston. And the Nets also making a change. Finney-Smith checked in for Bogdanovich. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Holiday from long range. Kept alive by Boston. Tries yet again. Claxton with the block. Outside Davis. Hey, expanding his range. He goes up again. Goes back up. Rebound Boston. They're getting their first look of the season at Brooklyn in this one.
Last year shows that having the better overall record doesn't mean you're going to dominate the lesser opponent.
Now here's Holiday. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Tillman. Shot clock at 5. Here's Pritchard. Again, the miss by Boston.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Inside. And it's Simmons with the jam.
As a scorer, Simmons' best work comes right at the rim.
Celtics trail by 13. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Pritchard, no good. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Right side Davis. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
The drive by Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Simmons with it. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
And so we wrap up the first half. Brooklyn out in front, up by 15. We'll see you after halftime for the... And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Al Horford out there with Luke Cornett, and it's Holiday in at the 1. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Pass to Brown. On the wing, Holiday. Over Schroeder. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Holiday's got his second bucket of the night.
That's how you do it. Nice catch and shoot from Drew.
Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Drew Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense because Drew, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. White for 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well, and when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat, Brian.
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
The Celtics making a switch here. Springer's checked in. Sharp, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Thomas comes in for Davis. Celtics trail by 19. Now Holiday. Pass to Brown. Over Bogdanovich with the tip. Sharp grabs the miss. And so it's Schroeder with it. He brings it up for the Nets. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. From the strike, Thomas, that's good. Thomas has got 8.
Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half, coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
Now here's Holiday. Uneasy, too, on the layup. Holiday's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Excellent move from Holiday to set the bucket up. No surprise there.
Schroeder passes to Sharp. Now Watford from outside the arc. He drops it from range. Watford's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Since halftime, they have been a...
Substitution. Going with almost an entirely new group here. Tillman's checked in for Cornette. Queta comes in for Horford. Derek White's checked in for Springer. And Pritchard is subbed in for Drew Holiday. Davis against White. Davis can't hit. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. This will be his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. The Celtics on offense. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Brown passes to Tillman. And here's Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The kick out to White. Again, the miss by Boston. And so it's Brooklyn with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the court for the Nets as we get the 4th quarter going. They've got Johnson, Davis out there with Ben Simmons. Then it's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Clowney in at the power forward position. Tillman passes to White, looking to end this cold spell. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Boston Celtics. On Sunday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is shooting from long distance. All game long, they've been finding openings at the perimeter.
Watford's checked in for Brooklyn. Schroeder comes in for Simmons. White hits them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Brooklyn leading by 14. And here's Schroeder to the wing, right side. Back to Johnson. Pass to Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Here's Davis. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Schroeder's got 4 assists now tonight.
Sometimes the pick doesn't even have to be perfect. It can just be a pick. He just needs to create a sliver of space.
Brown passes to White.
Brooklyn foul. Davis.
And Boston with some changes. Cornette's checked in for Queta. Al Horford comes in for Tillman. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for White. Bojan Bogdanovic checked in for Brooklyn. Thomas comes in for Davis. Checked in for Horford. Davis, he's checked in for Brooklyn. A minute and a half left in the fourth quarter here. He tries for three. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Nets.
Their unbelievable shooting was probably the biggest difference tonight, but they also got stops.
Yeah, great effort on both ends. Now, they worked for good shots, and they were stingy defensively as well, but just really impressive.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And no question this was a team effort, but you have to love how big a night this was for Nicholas Claxton.
I think his biggest contribution may have been on the boards. He kept plays alive and denied second chances.
Here's Pritchard, covered by Schroeder. Pritchard, the pass to Cornette. And here's Brown for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Once a weakness in Brown's arsenal, now he's a legitimate threat to burn you from deep.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Davis. Takes the 3. Hits the trifecta. And the Nets lead by 19.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
White can't hit. Here's Schroeder. So we see the Nets taking the W here.
The end of the game.
A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory. They controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bomb them, never stop. I'm on the go. I know, you know. God know. I'm on the go. But bad man, I try to stop me though. I know. I'm on the go. Yeah, love me all coming up off the show. Yeah. I'm so special. So special. That's why boy, I pray with the girl and them a chase like petal. Tanja, I'm so special. So special. Tell them me no fear, two-face expression. Guy for no dirty mouth can't chase nor detal. Me hear them shot, and I say them want me head pan black but pull it bread pan that you better. Help poor people with them bed pan black. SSC, you don't care to a gut. From that seat, now them a say me mark and each time I walk them say me walk fit. Them lock me down and me can't forget. God Jehovah did a guide me, say me nah regret. Yeah. I'm so special. So special. That's why I'm them a pray with the girl and them a chase like special. But I'm so special. So special. Tell them me no fear, two-face expression. Life no dirty mouth can't chase nor detal. The same thing. Jackie Stephen at the swine for. In pharmacy too much that them blind for. One plate of food them sell out mankind for. Yes, you have your answer with the bag of bad mind. Besides, set them don't work so them want me shine for. Biggie them what them want mix me in a for. The same thing. Rise him 9 for. Every dirty work, Josh shall show them a sign for. Cause Jah make you special. And so special. That's why I'm Them a previous the girl and them a chase like petrol. But ja, I'm so special. I'm so special, so special, so special. That's why I'm ja, make me special. I'm so special, so special, so special. That's why I'm them a previous the girl and them a chase like petrol. It's a special delivery. The moment live in the misery. But that day will never see special delivery. From my mother deliver me. I'm on the go, I'm on the go. But them bad man I want to stop me go. Channel, I'm on the go, I'm on the go.